So I am going to be having a garden slash birthday party next week, and I obviously need to make a new dress because I don't already have tons of other dresses that I could wear that would be perfectly great for a garden party. But I have to make a new one because I love making opportunities to make dresses for myself. I just turned 20 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago, which feels kind of weird still, but I am having a garden party with some of my friends next weekend, and I really want to make a new dress. So I'm going to be using this bed sheet that I got, and it's really cute and flowery and pink and yellow and blue, and those are my favorite colors currently. Hello, I'm going to be explaining the rest of the design process for this dress with voiceover because the explanation I have here doesn't end up related to what actually happened. So first of all, here is the actual design itself. It looks pretty simple. It did not end up being quite so simple because my original plan was to just take my bodice block that I use for every dress and just make it shorter and add a waistband to it. I thought it would be simple, I thought it would be easy, and I found out that it was not as simple as it was a different kind of simple than what I thought it was. So I tried so hard to make this work. It was just going to either have darts or princess seams that would match up to the waistband, and it just kind of ended up looking like this. And so I kind of took a quick break from that to work on the skirt, and I got that all cut out and ready. And this skirt has a lot of floof, and I'm really glad that I put so much floof into it because it turned out super swooshy and delicious. But anyway, back to the bodice. So I really thought that if I just tried hard enough, I would be able to get either darts or princess seams to come in small enough to actually match up to a waistband. And it looks great on the dress form, but as soon as I made an actual mock-up of it, it just did not work. Hello. So today I'm going to be sewing upstairs because as of last night, I am now the proud owner of this little thing. Her name is Fig, and she's the cutest little thing. Fig. Ooh. Probably did not hold the camera very well for you to be able to see her. Figgy. Isn't she the cutest little thing? She was playing earlier and now she's all sleepy. Okay, so I've still been having some issues with the bodice, the fit of it. So to start off today, I am just going to do the entire skirt. And then that way I'm off to a good start. And also that's going to be pretty time consuming because there's going to be a lot of gathers and I'm going to put pockets in it. So I just want to do that first and then I'll come back to the bodice. Besides like getting the bodice to fit, it's a pretty simple dress. Also, Fig is currently scampering around the tripod right now. Come here, you little beanie. Yep, there she goes. Look, Fig. Oh. Now, thankfully, the construction process of the skirt was rather straightforward, albeit very time-consuming. The skirt consists of 3 tiers, and each of the tiers is double the width of the previous tier. So the first tier is 60 inches wide, the second tier is 120 inches wide, and the third tier is 240 inches wide. Now once all of those tiers are gathered up and sewn together, we should have a pretty delightfully floofy twirly skirt. So to start off, I began by seam ripping all of the hems that were left over from the edges of the bed sheet, and while I was doing this, cute little Fig was just staring at me the whole time, very enthralled for some reason. And then I just took all of those panels down into the basement to iron them to make sure that they were all nice and crisp. And then I sewed all of those panels together and serged each of those edges so I wouldn't have any fraying. Okay, so I just took a little break to eat dinner, and my current goal is to finish the skirt. So I have about 2 hours before I'm gonna call Paul and then subsequently go to bed. So I'm going to try to slam out the skirt and then see what happens after that. Okay, so the skirt is finally done. Obviously it still looks weird because it's not gathered down at the top, but it has the pockets, which are really nice, and it has so much fabric, a ridiculous amount, but it's gonna be delightful. Anyway, I was thinking about this last night and this morning, and I think I've decided to just get rid of my original bodice design. So I think I am going to just take this and just extend it to my natural waist so that the whole thing is this, and then I'll just use darts to make it fit at my waist. So yeah, that is the plan. Okay, so I feel a little bit stupid and frustrated. Here, wait, can this go right here? I don't want to set up my tripod right now. Okay, so I feel a little bit stupid and frustrated because I was cutting out my pattern pieces, and I forgot about the fact that this only reaches to just under, this is the back piece, whatever, just under my bust, and needs the waistband for it to go all the way to my waist. And so I was like, are you kidding me? And also Fig was trying to attack my scissors every time I was trying to cut something, so I locked her in the closet for just a second. Anyway, so I was thinking about it, it's like, you know what? I realized a lot of the times when dresses have this waistband, the bodice is just like, the top of the bodice is just gathered onto the waistband, so that way it doesn't have to match up perfectly, you just gather it. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I just cut this out. This is the waistband, and hopefully that'll just turn out. Anyway, I'm starting to get worried about how much there is to do and how little time there is to do it, but I can do it. I always do this to myself, and I always make it through, so that's what's going to happen. I should let Figgy out. Come here, Fig, you little imp. Oh, she's actually in the bathroom. Perfect. I thought she was scratching on the door. Well, she can just hang out in there. So, at this point in the video, you should be seeing a continuation of me hurrying to finish this dress and getting really worried about finishing it, and then scrambling to get ready and make sure everything was prepped for the party. But I did not actually finish the dress in time for the party like I thought I would. This week had been a insanely busy week. I had just gotten Fig, and I was working a bunch, and not only that, the same weekend at the party was Paul and I's 2-year anniversary, so I just wanted to make sure that I spent a lot of time with him. And so yeah, I just got really overwhelmed, and I realized, you know what, I don't have to finish this dress for this party in time for this party. So I let it go, and I don't regret it. But I still really enjoyed the party, and I'm really happy with the dress that I did wear, which is still one that I made. And I decided that, you know what, I'm still going to finish this video even though I didn't finish the dress in time, and I'm still going to finish this dress too. And I'm really glad that I did. So here are some clips from the party, and after that we will see the rest of the journey of finishing this dang dress. I did invite one of their girlfriends. Huzzah! Happy birthday! Woo! Secondary cup. I think we meant for water to be in the glasses and things. Usually I'm panicking for a party, and this was really nice. That's your scheduled goldfish routine?
No, that's my scheduled work routine, but I steal those bad boys from them. Thank you, Jesus, that we could all be here today. And, oh, thank you for this food and this time.
Hold the head. Mind the head.
Right over the sandwiches.
Okay, I think
Everyone
we've
smile! Okay. Gently down. Lovely.
So now that I didn't have a giant deadline looming over me, I took the rest of the dress at a much more leisurely pace. I just worked on it when I wanted to and only did for like a little bit of time each time. Anyway, since the skirt was already finished, all I had to do was finish the bodice. And also since I had figured out the construction, the process was actually really simple. All I had to do was gather the top bodice section to the waistband section, sew those together, and then I did that exact same thing for both the lining layer and the outer layer, and then I sewed both of those together, right sides together, and then flipped them back inside out. So to sew the straps together so that there wouldn't be any raw edges, I did this fancy little thing that I learned, which is taking one of the straps and putting it inside of the other corresponding strap so that both the right sides are together, and then just sewing a seam straight across the top of that, and then once it's flipped out, there are no raw edges and it's really nice and clean. Ta-da! There we go. And after that, I started work on attaching the bodice to the skirt, which meant, yes, of course, a lot more gathering. And the next time that I worked on the dress, I started attaching the zipper, which is a little bit hard to see because all of the shots kind of look like this. Then I spent about 8 years hemming this giant skirt, and after that, all that was left to do was sew up the little bows for the back of the straps. And after some fiddling around, I ended up deciding to just literally tie them onto the straps and not attach them in any way, so that way they're really easily removable and I can have them on or I can just take them off. And with that, this dress is finally done.